Hello, this is Teresa Corby from the Mayor Help Desk, and today I'm going to demonstrate a new direct order entry process. This process is for suppliers that will send Mayor Electric Supply an EDI order acknowledgement. Currently, we are going to be doing this new process for Acuity Brands starting June 1st, 2015. Other suppliers will be added soon. The purpose for the changed order entry is so that our direct orders will match how the supplier is going to invoice us, hopefully reducing the AP workflow issues. You will use the normal direct order entry link to enter your direct order, even for the new process. You're going to click the Add button to add a new direct. The direct order entry supplier selection screen will appear. You can search on the supplier by entering part of the name with an asterisk or type in the full name in this field. You can also bring up a supplier by typing the supplier number in the address number QBE field if you happen to know it. Click the Find button to find the supplier you're searching for. Once you find that appropriate supplier, be sure that the radio button is clicked next to your selection and then click the Select button to pull it in. If the supplier you selected is marked that Mayor Electric will receive an EDI order acknowledgement, you'll be taken to the Direct Quote OQ Detail Entry screen. You will enter your direct purchase order information here. You're going to print your OQ purchase order, and you'll fax or email it as you normally do to your supplier. When you're taken to this screen, your supplier number will auto-populate from your previous selection. You're now ready to enter the sold to address of the customer. So in the SD sold to field, you can enter in your sold to account or choose it with the visual assist. In the ship to field, you're going to enter the ship to for the customer or choose it with the visual assist. You have the customer PO field next. You can either enter it in manually, or if your sold to account is tied to the job management program and you have a customer PO number listed there, it will auto default in for you. If you've entered job caps into job management program, you can enter the appropriate material type in the material type field. Otherwise, you can leave blank. You can choose or enter in your freight handling code. This is how you want the supplier to ship the material to the customer. The ticket writer number field will auto-default the ticket writer number of the person that is actually logged onto the computer. If the ticket writer needs to be someone other than you, you can change it in the ticket writer field. You also have the hold for release options that you do in normal SD/OD order entry. So if you do need to mark this purchase order hold for release, you have that option. You also have delivery instructions 1 and delivery instructions 2 to enter in any special instructions you want the supplier to see. You will enter your total sale price of the shipment to the customer in the total SD order price field. The reason we do this is so that credit checking can take place for the order and that job caps can be updated if you have this customer set up in job management. After entering in all the header information, you're now ready to enter in the order. In my demonstration, I'm going to enter an order with the lot direct line. You can either enter your line items individually for cost, or you can enter your line items with a lot total. In my quantity ordered field, I'm going to order 3,000, which is the cost of my material. My item number is going to be lot direct, and my cost is going to be $1 for an extended cost of $3,000. I am now going to enter in my part numbers for what I wish to order. Once I have finished entering in all my information in the grid, you'll notice that the total PO cost field at the top or in the header will show you what the total cost of your PO is, and then it also shows you what you entered in the SD order price field. Once you've finished entering in all your data, you're ready to click the OK button to accept your order. Your OQ number will display in the order number field. This is a real purchase order number created for your supplier. An OQ is called a direct quote order, but it is your real purchase order to your supplier. You can now view and print the actual direct PO. To do that, you will click the row button. You will click the Print Direct Quote option. You're going to click OK to submit your job for processing. To go and view and print your report, you're going to click the Recent Reports menu at the top of your screen. You're going to click the Purchase Order Print option. You're going to click Open at the bottom of your screen. Your direct purchase order will appear. This direct purchase order, even though we're calling it an OQ and we've not created our SD yet, looks exactly like the direct purchase orders you create off the SDOD screen. You can email it, fax it, scan and email it. However you do it to your supplier today is exactly how you'll get your purchase order to your supplier using the new process. Job caps and credit limits will be impacted after you enter your OQ direct purchase order, just as it does if you entered an SDOD document. Now we'll go on to what we need to do after the direct quote. We've received an EDI order acknowledgement from the supplier on what we need to do next. On the screen, you will see a copy of what the email will look like to you, letting you know that Mayer Electric Supply has received the EDI order acknowledgement. Just review this example to kind of see what the email is going to look like. It does say direct quote ready to convert to order, and it does give you your direct quote number, and that you will need here shortly. From just a regular direct order entry screen, you're going to click the Review Direct Quotes button at the top of the screen. Enter in the desired information in your order number field. This is going to be your OQ number that you saw in the email previous. Once you enter in your OQ number, you're going to hit Find to find it. And any OQ that's older than or equal to 4 days old and we've not received an EDI order acknowledgement on it yet will turn red in the grid. If you have one that is highlighted in red, please contact the help desk so we can follow up on why we have not received the EDI order acknowledgement yet. As you can see, there's some verbiage here that says this direct quote is ready to be converted to an SDOD order. So you know that we've received our acknowledgement and we're ready to convert it to a real direct. To do so, we're going to click the Convert OQ to SDOD button. The top portion of the screen shows how you entered your direct OQ. The bottom half of the screen shows what the EDI order acknowledgement looks like from the supplier. Notice I have a lot direct line on my direct purchase order. Our EDI order acknowledgments will not contain a lot direct line. However, when we go to convert this shortly, that lot line will automatically come over. To create our SDOD now, we'll click Create SDOD button at the top of the screen. You're now just at the regular SDOD order entry screen. The sold to, shipped to, customer PO, and material type are all auto-populated from the OQ. Any fields that aren't auto-populated, you can fill those in manually if necessary for your order. So in this example, I want a release number on my SDOD, so I'm going to put a release number in the release number field. I also want to put who ordered the material, so I'm going to fill in the blank here. I also have some delivery instructions to my customer, which is not the same as those that we entered for our supplier earlier. We're now going to click the Purchasing Detail Revision tab to review the purchasing side of things. Notice that our supplier number, our ship to, our ship via, the delivery instructions for the OQ all auto-populate. You can change any necessary information here that you need to. Once you've reviewed or changed the data here, you go back to the Detail Revision tab. Notice that once we're on the SD screen, it is telling us that this is what we put in our quote total for the customer on the OQ, which was $4,000. Now I am ready to auto-populate the grid with the EDI order acknowledgement details. I will click Auto-Populate Grid Lines from Supplier button. All the lines from the EDI order acknowledgement will populate in the grid. If you entered a lot direct line on the OQ, it will pull it into the grid with the cost you entered on the OQ. All other lines will auto-populate cost from the order acknowledgement, so be sure and review the costs. Note, you will have to enter your sale prices, whether you entered a direct lot line or if you're individually pricing, you will have to put the sale prices on this screen. Since I did a lot line, all I need to do is put the extended price of my lot direct line, which is $4,000, the same thing that we put in the quote total. You can make any necessary changes to your order, add sale prices, change a quantity, but just be careful because the goal is to make our order match the EDI order acknowledgement. Click OK. You're going to then click Place Order as you normally would on a direct. You're going to choose your commodity code as you normally would on a direct, and then the sub-commodity code. Your SD and OD number will appear in this grid line. Your OD number will be the exact same thing as your OQ number. Once you've jotted down your order numbers, you can click Close, and you are now returned to the Direct Quote Review screen. If you want to be sure that your OQ is really converted to an SDOD, all you need to do is hit Find. Once you click Find, the order number will drop off the screen. Your direct sales order will process as usual when Accounts Payable receives your supplier invoice to pay the supplier and bill the customer. The process is now complete.